How's it going, guys? New products 2021 from Lone Rider. I'm going to show you guys some new products that we're putting out. So I'm Andrew, I'm the designer for Lone Rider. I'm the products guy, and we've been working for the last 6 months trying to produce some premium motorcycle luggage, and we've gone to a point where we can show you, get your feedback. Let's hope that leave a comment down below if you see something that stands out to you that could be a problem, or that you don't like it, or there's a problem with your current bags or something that you always found to be an issue and always annoyed you. Maybe we can solve that problem for you. I'm going to put timestamps here, or somewhere around here on the screen so you can fast forward or go back to the specific bag that you want to see. So I'm going to start off with this bag here. It's a pannier, or it goes on top of a pannier, a metal pannier, or the motor bags. It does fit the motor bags as well, or on the back of the tail rack of a motorcycle, or basically anywhere you can cinch it down with 4 cinch straps. It's waterproof, so if it rains, the water will just come straight off. It's got a moldy hook system, so you can attach other bags to it or other carabiners and stuff like this, because the inside construction is designed so water doesn't get pushed in there. But it just adds to it. It adds to it. These on top, it's got a moldy system, so you can add even more bags to it. And on the bottom, it's got EVA, which is kind of like a soft material. It's kind of foam. It's like a foam, and that will actually suck in all the dirt or help preserve the bike. Inside, well, it's got a big carry handle on the back side here as well. Make it easy to carry. If you need to take it off the bike, I'm going to design it in a way. The connection system. This is one prototype. This is basically one of the final prototypes. This connection system here does not work. We tested it. You can see in this image that it doesn't work, because what happens is when you cinch it down tight, it actually crushes the bag, and if you loosen it so it doesn't crush the bag, then it wobbles around. So we can't actually use this connection system. I like it because it's hidden and it would have looked clean on the bike. I tried it to make sure it looks really mint on the bike, but it's not going to happen. So we're going to go back to just a cinching system. I printed out with my 3D printer, which is this thing here, little hooks that will go onto the metal panniers that hook under the bar, and then you can cinch it down so it's you can easily remove it. I would recommend though that you use this system here, which is basically a loop system that goes onto the hooks onto the pipe or anything on the bike, and then feeds back through. So if it does loosen up, it just doesn't fall off anyway. But for ease of use, I will include some hooks, some custom-made hooks that I haven't made them yet. These are just 3D printed, and I will also send some G hooks as well. These are G hooks. You've got left and right. I'm putting the G hooks in there so these can fit onto the motor bags. So as you see, this one was the first prototype, so this is the very first one after the designer sent to get manufactured, to get made. And the one you saw before is the second round with the logos and stuff like this. As you see here, we've got, I'm not sure if you can, yeah, we've got these kind of straps here to hold it in place on top of the motor bag. So this would be a use case, top of the motor bag, and you can even keep pilot on top. You know, there's moldy on top here, so you can keep adding bags to it. I've just left it moldy on top, so you can add stuff to it. There is also the option to put these kind of mesh straps across, but I always find them to be messy, ugly, and they don't really work. I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't put my gloves in there and drive off. Well, I have actually done that before, and I've lost a pair of gloves in Greece, brand new pair of gloves, and so I never did it again. So on top here, what I did is put moldy on there, so maybe we can have some other attachment systems in the future. The next product is basically the same construction as this last bag that you saw, the motor bag top bag, but the thing is, this one here is got a draft angle on it, and this is designed to sit on the back of the motorcycle on the rear. Also the same, it'll have the same connection system, except it won't have hooks, so you can put it under the bar, because on the back of the bike it moves a lot. The back of the tailbike, back of a motorcycle, especially off-road, will move a lot, so it has to be very secure. Also waterproof, and has molly on the top, and the handlebar, essentially the same design but different shape as the previous bag. Inside, it's red because of the logo, and also visual. You can see inside. You can see stuff. It's got a hang tag here and a YKK zip here. Just a basic mesh pouch. I don't like putting too much pockets and stuff inside bags because that just limits people. So it's better to just put one big bag in there and they can do what they want. And they're fully waterproof. YKK zippers, and also on the bottom we have this EVA foam, which is sewn in to protect the bike from getting scratches. So that's number 2. Rear rack bag, I also don't have a name for it yet, or an SKU, so I'll work on that. But high quality, hyperlin as well, so it's all welded together, no sew lines to leak or anything like this. Very high quality, pretty happy with this. Straight off the production line. I'll send it. This is done. Unless you have feedback, unless you want something, let me know. Next product is specific for the 1250, the new GS from BMW. This is a upper crash bar bag. So the top bag that sits on the upper crash bars. I'll show you a picture here, and it goes in this area. I've got 2 designs. I've got kind of a sewn one. This is called Dura. This is this highly abrasion resistant. It's going to be ballistic, called Dura, which is quite expensive material. It's it's really expensive, but it's really good. So that's one option here, and then also I've got the hyperlin option, which is welded. So this is sewn and this is welded. And why I made these two was I was trying to get. I like my bags waterproof. Even though that most of the bags on the market are not waterproof, I really try to make them waterproof. It's really hard to keep water out of anything, especially at speed when you're driving. There's a lot of pressure and wind and backdrafts and stuff like this that are just forcing water into all the seams and gaps. It's quite difficult to keep something waterproof on a motorcycle. So I made the hyperlin version, which was welded. So we paid for all the tooling to get made, and we did all this, and I came to the conclusion that we just can't make it waterproof. I've got a nice storm flap here, and a YKK zipper, and it looks really cool. Everything looks great, but yeah, I'm just not going to get it waterproof. So I'm going to flag this idea for the Cordura idea, and which is also not waterproof. This one's not waterproof, but I'm going to add in a roll top bag. I'm going to add in a roll top bag, and this bag will roll in. I'll add 2 of these to the package, so you can put your stuff inside this, and then this inside this bag here. So you'll get the abrasion resistance from this material, outside material, and the waterproof from this free insert bag. This free insert bag. So that's the second one. This it's basically it's really easy to assemble or put onto the bag. Onto the bike, excuse me. It's got a storm flap here. Storm flap basically means that when rain falls onto it, it doesn't go straight into the zip. If I didn't have this storm flap, there'll be a zip exposed. These zips, like most people, most companies, people say that they're waterproof. They're not waterproof. I mean, there are waterproof zips, but they are very expensive. So they're extremely expensive. So just for a zip, a proper, real waterproof zip this length would cost about $30 for one, and that's just getting it to that's just the buy price. So then you've got to import the product. If it's made in Germany, you've got to install it and maintain it and stuff like this. So just for one zip, for one bag, you're talking $50 or something like that. Quite expensive. So most people resort to these zips, which are also from YKK. They're water resistant. But there is a gap. If you open it or if you squeeze it, pry it open, you'll be able to see the water can get in there. Most say it's waterproof, it's not. So just be wary of that. So what I do is I try and protect it as much as possible. and then try and protect these bags as much as possible, because they're not waterproof, and put an extra bag inside. Connection system's pretty easy. So the baggage sits on top. It's got some hole pulleys there, and inside it'll be black inside, and it's got a small pocket in there to put stuff into it. That's it. It's got a little bit of reflective here and a logo as well, and that's good to go. That's good to go. That's the 1250 pannier bag. Next bag I want to talk about is a dashboard bag or cockpit bag. I don't know what you call it. I don't have names for these. I don't come up with names. We have working names, and we develop these working names within the team and stuff like this. Normally quite short acronyms and stuff, just so we can target the bags. And so this bag here is a cockpit bag. I used it quite a bit when I was driving around Africa, and it fit. This one that I was using did work with the tank bag, but this one may not work with the tank bag. You have to see, and it looks like that. So that's the curve of the handlebar. Come down here, cross, under and out. It'll go in this position here on the bike. It'll sit just in there, and inside that you have, okay, the logo's in the wrong place, so I have to move this. This is also Cordura. This is the ballistic stuff. Quite heavy duty, a bit like, okay, it's overkill, it's definitely overkill. No need for this kind of material in this position, because there won't be any abrasion. But anyway, it's got on the back, it's got, so basically it sits on the bike like this. This is forward. You can also do it reverse too, but this is better like this. And inside it has a zip on the top for, I closed it, got a zip for a little compartment there. But here is for just some objects behind a Velcro tab, and here's like for cards and stuff like this. So I put this one in here for the highway toll cards and stuff like this, IDs and stuff like this, but you can actually remove it from the bike and take it with you if you need to. And then there's a main compartment here, and this is quite cool. It sits right there. It's quite handy. You can rip it on, leave it on, take it off. One question I do have about it is I've seen some before, they have like a glass thing here that you can put your phone into. I don't like that. Maybe you do. Let me know in the comments. Tell me if you want that. I don't like it because firstly, like, the phone heats up. It heats up really a lot in there, and also there's a lot of condensation, so the phone can get wet anyway. And also it's not very practical with gloves on and stuff. You can't use it. And the other reason is that that material that they use actually goes yellow. So when it's yellow, it just ruins the whole product. It looks cheap, and this UV, there are additives you can put into the plastic and stuff like this, but it doesn't last that long. So I want my products to last at least 5 to 10 years. I mean, minimum, just still working and looking mint before just normal daily use wear and tear starts to show. That's why we use that kind of ballistic material and stuff like that, overkill it, because the product life cycle is, I expect it to be quite long. So that's cool, that's that bag. Another bag we're going to launch in 2021 is just a normal roll top. This normal roll top goes on the back of the bike or anywhere really. This is a 30 litre, and I've also got a 50 litre, two sizes. This is not the same as I've already got questions, is this the same as the Overlander? So behind me you see the Overlander, that's that bag there. This is completely different. It's like the reflective on the edges and moldy across the top, and it does attach to the bike. It does attach to the bike in 4 places, but the material is completely different. This is 600D, and that's Hyperlin welded TPU. This is TPU on top here. We've also got a bit of Hyperlin in the handle area to give it more strength and stuff like this. It hasn't got any reinforcement on the bottom, and it's not semi-rigid like the Overlander. But what it is a really good quality roll top bag. It's waterproof and will be able to take a lot of beating. And the idea of this is, like, everyone needs these, everyone uses them. This is a bag that everyone can use, and attaches to the bike quite easily. I really like this. It's got four tie down points, cinch points, one on this side, one on this side, and two in the middle to keep it secure. So if it does get hit hard, it will stay closed. 4 or 5 rolls, and then you can have a nice waterproof bag. This comes in 2 sizes. It also has a shoulder strap. This basic shoulder strap, not the backpack style that comes with the Overlander. It doesn't have a beaver tail either, and yeah, a really good bag. It's red inside with a little pocket, and that is the 30 litre. And that is the 50 litre, so it's a bigger bag. It's bigger here at the end, this shape, and it's also a little bit longer. This is a nice size bag. So in this bag I've got 2 pillows and a duvet, my duvet off my bed, and it's probably we can probably fit more in it. So basically I've got a whole sleeping arrangement here, just in that bag. And the 30 litre has 2 pillows as well, and another cover. So that's just to give you an idea of the volume. So that's these two are exactly the same materials, just different sizes, cinchable to the bike, made from high quality gear material, 600D TPU, and it's all welded seams, so definitely waterproof. And this product here, it's a tool case, a tool roll. I got feedback from one of the guys, Josh. He likes a tool case, which is more enclosed. This rolls up, obviously tool roll, and he likes a tool case, which is more the same kind of, I'd say the same dimensions as this closed form, but it's got a zip around it and you can open it. So we're going to look into making one of those as well, or just at least making a few prototypes and getting it tested. So this one is a very common kind of product that bikers need. So they can put their own custom tools in here and for their bike. It's a very simple design because it needs to fit a lot of different tools, and it's a little plastic or rubber emblem on the front. It's got a handle and it's closed with a G hook. This is a G hook, that's a G hook. I'm going to put a silver one here because the black is powder coated and it can scratch, and after a while it just looks average. Inside, just open it up. On the back it's got nothing, just a little moldy so you can strap it down to stuff. On the inside it's the classic 2 flaps at the top, tie-down cinch, and places to put all your tools. I'm going to add a few more elastic moldy strips like this top one here. I'm going to add them all through because at the moment if you have smaller tools they'll probably fall out, so I'm going to put add more of those. This is the second to last prototype, so one more. Here we have a pouch, and here's a zipper, so you can open that and put your stuff inside that, and then also 2 kind of pencil case bags that are removable. They're removable because firstly behind here you can have workspace to put your screws and stuff, and also we can swap them out, so we can swap them out and change them or remove them or add them, take them to the bike, or basically a punch or repair kit. You can just rip this off if it's one and take that with you somewhere or anything else. So that's the toolkit from the inside, huge working space, and it's the classic toolkit. This is also called Dura ballistic nylon. Really good quality material. I've said that before a few times, and it will fit most of your tools, or all of your tools. I've actually included, like here, I've stepped back this part, there's a flap here, I've stepped it back so you can actually put your tire irons through. So I've got hundreds of ideas for this. I could put pockets everywhere, I could do so much more in regards to like space allocation. But what I found with my riding and a lot of other people, the more overcomplicated you make it, the harder it is to fit your stuff in. So I just always keep it simple with a big open pockets, and then you can choose how you want your setup. Time and time again, it always seems to be the same. I make lots of cubby holes and stuff like this, and they always end up empty. But yeah, again, if you have any experience or ideas for this guy, let me know, and we can go put them into the product. We can put your ideas into the product and get them tested and send them out to you. That's the tool roll. We're going to make 3 sizes of these basic bags as well. I'll make it like a 8 litre, which is for the crash bar bags, 10 litre, which is a little bit bigger like this one, and a 20 litre just for gear storage and stuff like this. It's going to be hyped at the top here, or I might use the TPU that I use on the roll top bags, just because it's a bit softer and more workable, and they can close like that with Duraflex buckles, so they're really good quality buckles, and it keeps your gear dry. So nothing special there, just your normal standard bag that most people need. So that's it for now. That was the 2021 range that's coming. There's a lot more bags, of course, that we'll be producing next year, but these are the ones that I have samples for now. So the last stages of production are commencing soon. So if you have any requests or anything, any feedback, let me know, and I can put it into the bag design now before we start producing them. And that's it for now. Catch you later. Thanks a lot.